though. I'm just.
You can't no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
My baby mama smokes and drinks while she's pregnant. I'm tearing her ass up. I'm tearing her ass up.
Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on.
Yeah. All right, child. So y'all seen the title and the thumbnail of the video, man. This video is probably gonna be a little disturbing, just based off of what I've seen so far, like a little clip of it. Yeah, grab what you need. You know what I'm saying? Drink, smoke, weed, whatever. Grab what you need so we can tune in.
This interview just ruined Chrisean Rocks' life, and I'm not being hyperbolic, and I'm not playing.
Oh man,
this interview is gonna take a severe toll on what she got going on. This interview with the Denzer Project has opened up Chrisean Rock to a new set of eyes that she didn't want. Listen, I'm on Black YouTube, right? I'm in my little sector, my niche. We been knew the Chrisean Rock experience was an absolute shit show. But this Denzer Project interview opened.
That lady is crazy. If y'all don't know who Chrisean Rock is, she's Blueface's. We just gonna leave it at ex-girlfriend. Okay. That's not her real baby daddy either. But yeah.
Her up to a bigger audience. And they aren't too fond of Chrisean Rock either. She had a viral moment during this podcast, a really viral moment, where she spoke on her son and his disability.
Right.
And let's just say she's in denial. She's either in denial, delusional, or a straight up liar. You pick either of the three that you believe, or all three. All right? All three. Okay? But Chrisean Rock got to her son because they were discussing how NLE Choppa was online disrespecting her son and, you know, his quote-unquote disability, in which she questions. But while discussing NLE Choppa, they got on the subject of her son. And what Chrisean Rock said in regards to her son's disability stunned everybody.
But then he say this, for real, because he take accountability.
All right, no, she finna say some wild shit, y'all.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
She finna say some wild shit.
And then he start bringing my baby dad up, but it had nothing to do with, you shouldn't allow another man to control what comes out your mouth.
Absolutely.
Like,
and by baby dad, she's referring to Blueface, but Blueface came out openly and said that he's not the actual baby's father.
It's just like, and then it's like, you don't even know what's going on. So like, all right, boom, let me just get to it. He said, and if it's anything I could do, help, I'm here. The part that really messed with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me, and my anger overpowered my message. I didn't get to deliver any way, shape, or right, and I apologize to you. It didn't deserve my words, and the grace you showed me spoke volumes to the season of your life you're in the right now, and I'm here to support and congratulate you overly. So I said my son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he. Right, but it's like,
don't tell me.
I ain't say none of that.
Right.
Yeah, she's in denial. She's in denial. I think the baby is like 3 years old right now, and like the baby still can't walk. The baby, I don't know. I hope they The baby is definitely something wrong with the baby. You know, she's in.
I ain't say none of that. Watch your mouth. And then I said, as far for his father, co-parenting decisions are personal. I chose peace and safety over dysfunction. I appreciate you reaching out. I just don't do drama no more. So then he said, thank you for the correction. Just wanted to send you sincere apology. Okay. But why we got to talk about the next? Like, let's just talk about what you just said. Like, I get what you say about Blueface or whatever.
Yeah.
But he dealing with his own demons.
Right.
And you dealing with yours. And I don't really it's like, I'm not finna gossip about another nigga to another nigga.
Also true. But I like what he said though. He said, you know what? Thank you for the correction, because he could have been like, well, shit, my bad, damn, and then now y'all both
No. It's just like, you know, like
just don't.
It's not even just that. It's like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, to a certain extent, but like at this point right now, like I said earlier, like, her baby is 3 years old and he still hasn't hit that milestone of learning how to walk. Like, and those of y'all that don't really know too much about Chrisean Rocks, she was smoking and drinking and partying while she was pregnant. Like, and it made the baby come out a certain type of way. So like, I don't know what the average milestone for a baby to learn how to start pronouncing words and learning how to walk, but I'm pretty sure it's before 3 years old. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but I do feel like she's in denial right now. But as a mother, I get where she's coming from, a mother's standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a mother. Okay. Yeah. From a mother's standpoint, I understand she's trying to protect her child and be hopeful, and you know what I'm saying? That's the standpoint she's coming from. And I respect her for that. But at the same time, I hope that she is getting the help and the care that her baby needs for at the moment. Because from my experience, I have a whole bunch of nieces and nephews, and it did not take them to 3 years old to learn how to walk and talk, you know, and be able to hold themselves up on their own.
Anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no, the word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son.
Yeah.
And then it's like redirecting that energy back to that mouth, that tongue, that powerful tongue.
This got a lot of people's attention, even people from a different crowd. People watching a mother sit on a podcast with a son who's about 3 years old, still can't walk, still can't talk, still missing a lot of milestones.
Right.
Sit on a podcast and be in denial to the son having a disability is a part of the problem, and it's horrifying, quite frankly.
It is.
This happens so often in our community where we want to go against the doctor's diagnosis. We say, nah, man, my son got ADHD. Now they're playing.
I ain't gonna lie, we go against them motherfucker every little bit we can fight. Nah, they ain't. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't got Tourette's. The motherfucker be like, you stupid motherfucker. You stupid motherfucker bitch.
ADHD, that's a different thing. But nah, man, my son got autism. Nah, you playing.
Nah.
I know a cousin of mine, specifically a cousin of mine, who they diagnosed him with, I think, autism in like the 3rd grade. His parents refused.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I got like a little sprinkle of autism. I'm not gonna lie.
To accept the diagnosis. They even switched his schools, man. They refused any classes.
I'm okay
they
with
refused anything.
Who said I had it? Who said it?
The doctor.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're tuning into? That's what you're assuming? And then it's fine, it's okay. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, you go online.
People are invested in the kid and they just want to have faith that this kid is getting the proper treatment and the proper care. But this interview doesn't look that way. It looks like Chrisean Rocks is trying to pray away this disability, to be honest, and that's not going to work. So because of this interview, this sparked people to do their research on Chrisean Rocks. Because once the clip went viral enough and made its way into certain spaces on the internet that she's not really familiar in, they did their research on Chrisean Rocks. And what they discovered horrified them. And they're making it clear, right? Now, the spokesperson for that particular sector of the internet, Penguin Zero, he went ahead and spoke on Chrisean Rocks. And he did his research. And I
think he's a little bit biased too, though. So we gonna see what he does have to say. But I definitely think that he is a little bit biased against Chrisean Rock. You know what I'm saying? But she, fairly enough, she has done a lot of wild things.
There's a lot of what we already knew about Chrisean Rock on this side of the internet, but they're just discovering this.
Right.
So they're horrified. They're treating Chrisean Rock like she's Casey Anthony, man. Like she is the second copy.
I don't know who Casey Anthony is.
Of Adolf, the field art student. The way they talk about Chrisean Rock, man.
Silly intro for you today. What this lady's done just makes me furious, so I want to yap about it. Chrisean Rock. Maybe you've heard her name, maybe you haven't. I'm pretty confident you've at least seen a couple of clips of hers because she has been addicted to social media attention for a while. So she constantly pops up on popular streamers' streams to try and leech a little bit of clout for herself. Personally, I've always found her to be like a vibe Dementor on stream where she just sucks out all the fun and all the life, leaving only misery in its wake. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. There's plenty of people that are, vibe terrorists that just aren't.
Nah, she is another level. Like, you having fun, and she finna throw a chair at you type shit. Like, what, like, it's like, she's crazy. Like, she's a whole different level of, like, vibe.
Super entertaining to watch. It's not like a crime. But what is a crime, at least should be, is the way that she handled her pregnancy. Chrisean Rock loved to party. I say loved like it's past tense. I'm sure she still currently does. But while she was pregnant, she still didn't let that stop her. It wasn't an obstacle. She didn't pump the brakes because she's pregnant. She still went hog wild, partying, drinking, and smoking while pregnant. And this was shown multiple times on camera, just shamelessly drinking and smoking while pregnant, which everybody knows is really bad for the baby.
Because we always drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff. Why are you lying?
She said, why are you lying? Why are you lying? You see the baby bump right there?
One more time.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
So you can't have no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
You shut the door
you
'cause
can't
it's
have
cold.
no fucking liquor.
She said, yes, I can. It won't hurt me. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me. That is like, she did not give a damn about the baby at all. She did not care about the baby at all. That's sad. That's sad. I hope she needs help too. The baby, they both need help.
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Straight from the bottle while pregnant? Like, you can't take a break from drinking? Like, she...
This is just one short compilation, but a lot of these clips go on longer of her drinking even more. And this is only what's been caught on camera. I can only imagine how often off camera she was also smoking and drinking.
If my baby mama smokes and drinks while she's pregnant, I'm tearing her ass up. I'm tearing her ass up. No, I do not mean by I'm physically putting my hands on her. No, I'm not gonna physically put my hands on her. But she gonna get it. She gonna hear my mouth. She gonna hear my mouth, and I'm throwing away every time I catch it. It ain't happening. I'm dumping all that shit out every time I catch it. I swear to God,
it's fucking terrible. And it's not like she didn't know. She even
matter of fact, I'm not even gonna speak that into existence. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna date a woman that even thinks in that kind of manner. But that is insane. Like, I really pray for that child.
had that clip in there where she's like, it's all right, I can just abort the child, not gonna hurt me. Fucking evil mindset. Like, what?
Yeah.
She couldn't stop herself from smoking and drinking.
Well, no, she didn't even say it. She didn't even say nothing about the child. She said it won't hurt her. She wasn't even thinking about her child.
While pregnant. She did have the child, and this September he will be 3 years old. He still cannot walk or talk, and it seems like also has a hard time just sitting up on his own without assistance supporting him. It is heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking. And I don't know why what she's done isn't just full-blown child abuse. Like, I don't know how that's not just a crime. Like, it's all just right out there in the open. Like, it's not a secret. People extremely close to her have just point-blank said that she has smoked and drank throughout her pregnancy. They've said it a couple of times. It's just so unhinged.
I'm not God. I can't tell you if the baby would have still came out disabled if she didn't smoke and drink. But I can definitely tell you that smoking and drinking didn't help.
It did not help at all.
Smoking and drinking, right, like, was not a solution if she didn't want the baby, to come out disabled. Now, to me, this right here just sparks the complete end of Chrisean Rocks Christian rebrand, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's done. That's toast. That is toast. Her trying to rebrand herself as a Christian, like them like they are not gonna look at her the same. I don't really get into things like that, far as like religion, speaking on religion, but there are some people that will not let her live that down, that are Christians, that they just not
rebrand that she planned on doing, right, to convert over to the other side of the internet. That's over with, man.
Yeah,
these folks is looking,
especially on the internet. The internet,
looking at you talk about how you gonna smoke and drink while you pregnant because you are just gonna get an abortion, so it's not going to affect the baby anyway. People cannot unhear that, man. They can't. And I'll be real, I've knew about this. I think Chrisean Rock even drank on our channel. So I knew about this, but this is the first time I really have sat with it. I'm like, damn, this kid would have really had a normal life, or the chances of him having a normal life would have been great if she didn't drink and smoke. If we know what we know about drinking while pregnant, this is like the direct cause of this kid's life being permanently altered.
Yes.
This kid quality of life have decreased so fucking drastically. And it's all because she did it and she knew the consequences of it while she was doing it, but she still did it. She's on camera admitting she knew what the consequences were. She still did it because she thought she was going to have an abortion. Then she didn't have an abortion.
Right.
Now, Penguin Z did admit that, the only reason, like he's covering this or he knew about this is because of this interview.
And now she just did an interview, and it's the reason why I'm even yapping about it outside of just streams where I've talked about it loosely. She did an interview where she's now denying that her child has a disability and says that, the doctors are wrong, the doctors don't know, which to me says that she's not even willing to get this child the assistance that he is likely going to need going forward. Chrisean Rock made a big Christianity push where she's accepting the word of God and taking the Lord as her savior, which I always applaud people for doing if it's coming from a genuine place. Unfortunately, in the modern day, there are some absolute vile people that use Christianity as like this get out of jail card where it's, used as a tool to avoid any level of accountability and responsibility. Like, nope, I'm completely clean, so all of the terrible, heinous actions I've done in my past no longer exist, and you can't use them against me in any way, shape, or form because now I'm a Christian, so, we have to forget about all of that, and you're a bad person if you bring them up now.
Yeah, there are people out there like that. I pray that, she is not. I pray that she's honestly, truly not one of them people. I do believe that people sometimes it take people longer than others to fully adapt and to unlearn certain bad habits. I'm not saying it's okay what she's doing. I'm not at all by any means. says, I pray that she gets help. I pray that the baby gets help. It's clear that the baby definitely needs help. How do y'all feel about the situation? Do you feel like that she's going about it the wrong way? Like, yeah, like how do you guys feel about the situation? Comment down below in the comments and let me know, and I'm gonna respond to it. If you haven't hit the sub button, make sure you guys hit the sub button. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all next video.